Where is my phone? Is it here? No. No, let's see. Alright. Perfecto. Y'all know what day it is. We're not even on the right screen, but I may have done that on purpose to show something else. Because it is time for the Danganronpa Hunger Games, and it is the March 7th episode, and this headset is on backwards, and it has thrown me completely off. Much better. So to point out, most importantly, if you missed it this past Wednesday, because it is Friday via Friday, yeehaw, ride 'em cowboy, Sunday we played TKO on the Discord, which is something that, you know, I feel like we should just have like a Jackbox day with the overarching general public. That being said, he purchased 3 of the shirts that were made. We saw one this past Wednesday stream if you did it. I'm wearing one today, and tonight at Inferno, I could switch the music, but it's the March 7th themed edition of Inferno. It'll be a good time. Sunday we will be wearing one of his own, and it will be a fantastic time. That being said, today is March 7th, and it is the birthday, or the day that she remembers her unicing day of March 7th. So today we have a bunch of teams that either fit the March vibe or have some sort of relation to ice or photography. So first and foremost, let's see who's getting invited to March's birthday party first and I just said first and foremost. First and foremost, you know what? Second and foremost, we have the tag team champions, the Hot Docs, who have held the title for a long time. Because our Agents of Chaos Ghost Zone, what are y'all doing? Why ain't y'all reigning chaos? Your wheel chunk is massive at this point. Shrimp Fried Ice had to be here because look who is there. It's the birthday girl. Everybody wish a happy birthday to Miss March tonight. As she could become the AWE Fight Forever champion as she goes toe-to-toe against Sakura in the main event. Three's Company sees Kotoko and Kotoka very pink. Also, I feel like gets a little March vibe in there. Where there's smoke, we have Nagito and Yoimiya, Izuyoi, and Iris are in here. Team Makoto, and Maskoto here. Stop, Look, and Listen. This is this feels like a very March-coded team. Sophie, along with Ibuki. Pimp's Mafia, Kazuichi, and Fuyuhiko. Get Motivated, Nekomaru, and Now. More Than Meets the Eye, Sakura and Sara. Fantastic Gymnastics, we have Akane and Violet, Laser Focus, Tinko, and Kole. World Forget Me, our champion, or I guess our co-champion, Maya, as well as Nahida, because, you know, she does that little thing where she's like, take a picture, when she like holds her hand in like the photography, like a picture frame position. Y'all know it. If you know, you know. If you don't, trust me, it smells like Teen Spirit. Sonya and Kizzy, Kaimia River, Monophony, and our singles Agent of Chaos, Hina. Voices in My Head, Angie and Chris, Ice Cream Scoop, Ruka, and Charlotte. Racket of Psalm has Ryoma, along with Marin, Theater Nerds, Monokuma and Farina, Wolfpack, Gonta, and Pandreo. GameStop has Chiaki and Silverwolf. Disappearing Act has Himiko and Lenny. Great Anime Bake Off, it's our other photographer out here. Mahiru and Miss Mai. Gundam, why did I say other photographer? Charlie, is definitely in this episode. Did we not pass Charlie yet? Am I tripping? Charlie's here, right? Yeah, Charlie's right here. We did pass Charlie. Anywho, Mahiru and Mai. Oh my god. Supreme Overlords of Ice, Gundam, and Capitano. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow, Hutao, and Hero. Sir Hutao could become tag team champion tonight. Not only here, but also in the AWE. The Flame Tribe will go 2-on-2 for the tag team titles tonight against Racket of Psalm. That is if Chaos reigns this episode. Search the Stars has Kaito and Mona. Seeing Red has the Great Gozu and Joe. I'll Be Your Shield has Sayaka. And we know Marcha loves some idols, low-key. She loves her idols. And Dedu. School of Rock has Hajime and Reiko. Little Demons has Monica and Klee. Dessert Table has Fatsugami and An. Exotic Animals, Rentaro and Gin. Killer Instinct, Amame, and Kanon, Navia and Jin for Umbrella Academy, and Mocktails, Mixers, Ice, Samugi, and the other half of the Flame Tribe competing tonight, Bernice. Let me clap. Because we do have one more thing that we need to do before this episode, I guess, gets the show on the road, and that is... It's a big old chunk, you guys. Like, we're creeping up on, like, a real hefty range at this point, you know? Like, you feel me? Let's go and spin this thing. It's not a guarantee, but it's one of those times where I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised at all. You spin me right around. That might be chaos raining. Y'all, it's on.
I don't want it to end this way. I thought we could talk it out. That's why I came here. But you refuse to give up, which leaves me with no choice. So it looks like this is what I must do. Farewell.
My spirit is nearly broken. This hardship gnaws at me.
No one escapes my sights!
We don't have much time.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
The air is stagnant here.
We're falling. I wonder how far we will plummet.
Clinging to pride is why conflict will never vanish from this world.
At last, at long last.
I have to actually re-import the cast real quick. So, here we go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. There's a world March walks out with the Tag Team Championships tonight. There's a world where any of these teams walk out tonight because this is officially for the Danganronpa Tag Team Championships in the Hunger Games. And it starts very soon. We're gonna just get through the rest of it, you know, Toon Link. Yo, hold on, let me move my microphone for a second. This happens, like, kind of often now, and I think it's because the Velcro that I stuck on the cheeks of Toon Link to keep him sitting there nicely is kind of worn off. Well, now he kind of just, you know, immediately falls forward, and he just falls, like, face forward, like, right onto this thing, and it's just, it's tragic. You sit right there. Get in there, my guy. Thank you. All right. That's neither here nor there. Let me talk to you. We have ourselves a show tonight. Tag Team Championships are officially on the line, and I don't know how this is gonna play out. So, without further ado, I guess who do you got? My phone I wanted to get because I wanted to read your comments from last time. We talked about rather superlatives. As you think about specifically who do you want to win this game with the tag team titles on the line once again. Last time, let me see. Because it was an interesting mix of, like, some people who actually had some. Anthony Sub said, in what universe is Junko a saint? This one right here, you're lucky she's not in this episode because I'll tell you what, she would have been tag team champion. That's not a prediction, that's a spoiler. Katoko saying, pointing out me saying, I have a funny idea for an episode. It's not this one, but hopefully it comes out this month. And that episode was on the 28th of February, which is very funny, fun stuff. Glover, Mr. Matthew Glover. No secret who won this one. Oh yeah, you better believe it's no secret. But your yearbook would have been most introverted, and who's the most introverted Danganronpa character you said was Chiaki. Which, most introverted? Yeah, maybe. I think she's like mostly introverted, but I think she has, you know, she can be an extrovert when she wants to. Thunder. My superlatives were best dancer and most likely to be a spy. In actuality, I'm actually most likely to go to the cinema to eat popcorn. You and your popcorn, I tell you. Which definitely feels like a Fatogami kind of thing. Granted, he's also high on the list of being a spy. I don't know about his dance skills, though. I feel like he probably has them. A lady psychic. I don't think my yearbook had any superlatives. Or if they did, I wasn't assigned any. A hypothetical superlative that I think might fit me would be most likely to have perfect attendance. That is interesting. I meant to comment on this one, because I think that would honestly be mine too. I had perfect attendance all throughout high school. Even on senior skip day, I went there very briefly, and by very briefly, I meant for 15 minutes, so I could be like, yeah, I was here, alright, great, and then I left. It was perfect attendance, so, you know, it is what it is. That's a much longer story, actually, but we'll get to it one of these days. Ask Screamavy about it. So, let me get to the rest of this. Since I always tried to be at school on time and rarely got sick, I can see Taka having the superlative too. He seems like the type that would have, or would at least try to have perfect attendance. Mans definitely has perfect attendance. I think we all know what the real cutest couple are. You know, a certain couple that has a certain association to my name, wink wink, says Kuzu Soda. Never had any yearbook superlatives because I was homeschooled my whole life. Neat. But if I were to make one up, it would be most likely to find and feed stray cats, which I think would personally fit Gundam or Ryoma. I think it might also fit Peko. She would try to, but the cats wouldn't like her. That's kind of her shtick. One of her like side shticks. Cat, who says our yearbook didn't have any superlatives, but my club gave out certificates that were essentially yearbook superlatives. Mine was being the most composed and swag member of the batch. Which isn't me at all, but hey, that's what I get for being antisocial to the point where nobody knows me well. Hopefully my superlatives this year are better. I guess I'd be plays the most mobile games, which would get me teamed up with Masaru, I guess? He looks like, ask people if you have games on your phone. You're not wrong, he would. Sonic Gaming thinking that YouTube ate his last comment. Want to know why Hifumi won, rather. He wandered back in the arena, and we always believed in Wanderer. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's all about wandering. And then Dragon Force Zar, who was like rooting for Mondo. Mondo was still doing well, and then didn't, and then rooted for Mahiru instead, and you did not get that. I've lost count of how many saving grace picks had been the very next to die. Good thing I'm not crazy enough to bet my house on these outcomes. Some of you are. I will say that. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Let's talk sports. Now I know what you're thinking, Avi, you never talk sports, because I really don't generally care about sports at all. But if you played a sport, let me know in the comments. And if you didn't, what is a sport you would like to try? Because I was thinking about this with one of my friends earlier this week, because they didn't know I played like soccer and baseball in elementary school, and I was like, in middle school, I played baseball actually in middle school a lot. I think baseball might have been my favorite of the sports to play. Today though, I would love to pick up baseball again, but like, you know, I was great at hitting it before, but I was like, now that I'm an adult, I might not be the greatest of all time. But who knows, maybe I would be. I've played volleyball. I think I've touched most sports. What is a sport that I haven't like actually played that I think might be neat? And this like, you know, extends to like, oh yeah, table tennis. I'm talking like anything that's like sport or sport adjacent, you know? You know what? Even anything that's like played in the Olympics too. I would love to try fencing. I think that would be kind of neat. I think that would be one of my things. I think that would be my answer. I would love to try fencing. And which character doesn't have to be Danganronpa because it's tag team, so like anybody in the general realm of what we're thinking here, do you think would be the greatest at? It's Peko. But the best at whatever sport. One, who would be the best, and two, who would you like to try it out with? Because I'm not trying it out with Peko because I'm gonna lose tremendously. Who would I try it out with? Who would I just have a good time? Ibuki. I think she would just be a lot of fun, and we would goof off, and it would be, I think, an even split as to who gets the W. Those are my two answers. That question developed as I was thinking about it, but I kind of like where we got to. Let's do this episode. Is there anybody around here? Pablo? No? Well, man, we gotta start the episode, but I don't know how we're gonna do it. Somebody's gotta do it. I gotta find out. It's thermometer. This sounds like a terrible idea because I know that it's gonna be high. I'm gonna save myself. I was gonna take my own temperature, even though I kind of feel like I should. Because I usually run naturally... That was the off button. I usually run naturally warm. Yeah, naturally warm. Let me see what it is in the actual... I don't know, we'll scan the wall. Whatever the wall says, we'll just vibe with it. 66.3. You know, I guess we were due for a lot of resimulations here. Let me get started here. We're doing a double 6, which bodes bad news. Which team is the most demonic? Whichever one that is, you guys should be picking that right now as I get through these simulations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60. Let me build up a little bit because this is not just a regular match. No. Remember, we have simulated 65 times right now, if only it was 69 degrees in here. Instead, much like the route in Cars, we've resimulated 66 times. The Hot Docs, tie not at their side, will be forced to defend the titles tonight. Ghost Zone has the opportunity, and there is still a world where Hina targets the singles champion, and Kurumi may lose her title. What a world that would be. Let's go ahead, let's proceed. You know, I guess Kurumi maybe wouldn't lose her title. I guess maybe it would just be for Maya's co-championship. That would be, you know what? We'll see how this plays out. Proceed, because as the tribute stand on their podiums, the horns they doth sound, and horn bears, you would do what you do best in championship action and sound those horns. Floss those teeth, floss those teeth, floss those teeth. Oh, my gums are bleeding. Floss too hard. Alright, we'll proceed. Taichi and Himiko make a secret pact to work together. Together. Corey is in the house and running away from the cornucopia. Monokuma finds a teleporter and teleports into the despair dimension, which sparks the question of who would build a teleporter to the despair dimension in the first place. Smoogie is being beaten to death with a chair by Hiro. Izio runs away from the cornucopia. Chris decides to lend Avia a hand and kills the Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. Hina gets carried away and challenges Monokuma. In response, Monokuma rips her in half. Hina will not be never-ending chaos today. Navia finds a talking Komodo dragon. The reptile says, "It's Kotoko. Asner's placed a curse on her." Asner, have you seen him? Have you? The only way that this can be broken is for Navia to kiss her. Navia reluctantly obliges, kissing Kotoko, turning her back to normal. Unfortunately, the kiss was venomous for Navia. Say it ain't so. Dottore is sick and tired of these reptiles, grabs a head, grabs a net, and joins Avi's animal control. As much as I hate to say it, they did just kill Navia, so Dottore, I may have to give you some respect. The ones, we're not there yet. We're not even close. I digress. Kizzy and Farina recognize each other and put their faith in one another. Where you guys know each other? Y'all go to dance class together? Charlotte watching with envy as Gin and Lenny kiss before leaving the cornucopia. It's probably a little forehead kiss saying, "Now you be good, Gin." That's Famiglia. Maybe Gin is secretly a part of the House of the Heart. Maya runs away from the cornucopia. Kole takes a spear from his other cornucopia, even though he used a bow. Sayaka runs away from the cornucopia. Monofini runs away as well. Nekomaru convinces Reiko, Jin, Ibuki, Capitano, and Katoka to boycott the killing game. Chiaki snaps Silver Wolf's neck. Rest in peace. Klee runs away from the cornucopia. Sarah runs away from the cornucopia. On finds a book titled To Cook. Burnice, go! A beginner's guide. Bernice is both amazed and horrified at the level of detail. Kanan sets off a bomb, taking out Amber, Vivia, Iris, and Joe Gundam. Brought a tray of freshly baked cookies. Hajime doesn't get any though. Amame stays at the cornucopia for resources. Terra repeatedly stabs an onion. Monokuma, I guess a controller of a Monokuma's. However, it is actually Monica shoves Nao's sword down her own throat. When she get a sword? Sophie runs away from cornucopia. Makoto uses a shovel to kill and bury Kaito. Goodness gracious to do. Finds Yoimiya's corpse in the cornucopia. Man, it is a bad day for the silly ones. Great goes and Fuyiko compare the knives they found in the supplies. Marion comes in with a spoon and gets laughed at. Maskoto takes a running start and Superman punches Angie, sending her flying across the arena. Nagito throws a killer beehive at Gonta, but when the hive burst open, they fly after Nagito instead because, well, Gonta is that guy with the bugs. They love him. Nagito, however, is not loved by bugs and he is stung to death. Rantaro runs away from cornucopia as does Mona, but Ruruka runs in and hides Sonia. Runs away from cornucopia. Ryoma rips a mace out of March 7th hands, but she, you know what? Says, hey, love you to bits. It's your birthday. You lived during the bloodbath. If Akane is the agent of chaos and their target champion is still alive, chaos reigns. That could have been Hina. Tinko finds Pandreo hiding in the cornucopia and kills him. Mai can't remember who they are. Kazuichi tries to help her remember. Mahiru comes riding to the arena on a rare mount, making Fat Togami and Sakura both jealous. Hutao finds Violet's corpse from a previous game, however. Violet's not shocked by this discovery. She is actually still alive. We proceed after that bloodbath. We still have a whole day to get through, as Chris starts this day off by trying to overthrow Avi, fails miserably but survives thanks to Jin. The rating pistol rates Makoto, bang, 84 points. I want to go back to the rating pistol and Star Rail now that I have more characters. Kotoko uses the cactus to kill Monokuma. The Great Gozu asks Avi if he can be in the World Pancake Championship Invitational. Hey, not only are you great, but you about to be great at eating pancakes, my guy. Want a little entry into the World Pancake Championship? I was gonna say, I know I have a pin right here. Yes, absolutely, Great Gozu. As we're kind of closing in on where I want to be for the World Pancake Championship as well. That match will be happening, probably in the coming weeks, unless like nobody enters for a while. Andrew's working on an ad that'll appear in the next episode of Danganronpa Hunger Games. Hajime works at Yoko's Items from Sports, which was happening to be hiring. Gen is horrified when Mai goes to a job interview for it. If Dotori is the agent of chaos and the target champion's still alive, chaos reigns. Y'all, the odds go up every week. We're starting to see it pretty often. Sonia finds Shuichi's hat and puts it on. Instead of a princess tiara. I still think it fits her. Sophie gets her hand stuck in a can of Pringles. Hutao thinks everyone's a mastermind. Reiko spins so fast she becomes a human Beyblade. The rating pistol rates Sayaka 84 points. Rantaro pushes Linny off of a cliff during a wizard fight. Rantaro knew he wasn't going to win that lizard fight. Hiro starts a cult. Of personality, Monica, Klee, Maskoto, and Katoka happily join. That's a bunch of children and Maskoto. Taichi and Marin have a picnic on a cliff. Surprisingly, nothing goes wrong. Kazuichi asks if he can enter the World Pancake Championship. Hey, my boy, my pimp? Absolutely not. Get out of here. Nekomaru sets out an explosive, taking out Kizzy, Gonta, and Charlie. Rest in peace. 3 beans. Sarah turns the Statue of Liberty into a freaking Sayaka. Why would you do such a thing? You fiend. Hideo confides in Monofini. Let Fat Togami cook. Kana and Violet pull their money to hire Ruka and assassinate Sakura, but Sakura, having been an employee in the AWE so long, now a multi-time champion, in her own right is richer than them, and pays Ruka to kill them instead. Rest in peace to those two. As Corey reaches his hand towards the screen, the Watcher is not safe. Run! On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Fuyiko? I like Fuyiko a lot, actually. Fuyiko is, if I made another tier list, or if we did that Danganronpa, and I do want to do that again, and maybe we'll do that on like the anniversary of the channel. Because I want to start doing more things on the anniversary of the channels, be it the Twitch channel or the this YouTube channel. Maybe I'll go through that, like, that face-off that ranks your favorite Danganronpa characters again. Because Fuyiko, I think, has tremendously shot up. Even though I think he wasn't far too low before. I give him a solid 8. Sometimes, you know, he's got his moments where I'm like, all right, Fuyiko, come on, do better. But a lot of times I'm like, you know, we see his character growth. It's just I like him. Furina, however, trips on a comically placed banana peel and falls right off a cliff. Yikes. Amame drinks cactus juice and starts to hallucinate. Ryoma does a cool skateboarding trick. Well, at least he tries, but instead he ends up with his gut splatter on the pavement. Oh, yikes. Mai picks up the phone. There's no caller ID. When she picks it up, it's just Teruto insulting her on the other line. Tinko panders to the audience. Gundam is in the wrong Hunger Games show. Chiaki asks An if she likes boats. An says no. March 7th gets a hold of my soundboard and plays the Ben 10 theme song. Well, sure. You're not Ben 10, you're actually March 7th. It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck herself upon her wrist with secrets that it hid. Now she's got superpowers, she's no ordinary ice girl, she's March 7th. Himiko advertises her fun gun to Mahiru. She's impressed and checks it out. Capitano wants a nickname similar to Sharpshooting Steel-Minded Big Sister Sarah. Kole seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Mona holds Akane's head underwater. Akane grabs her, pulls her into the lake with her. Unable to kill one another, rather they simply swim away. Izue steps on a Lego brick wall barefoot, shrugs off the pain, and Burnus RKO's Ibuki from absolutely out of nowhere off of a cliff. Surprisingly, Burnus survives, because she's the best kid to ever save the day. And now, yo, it's taking a second to load. What does this mean? Or will it just, oh no, everything was fine. I thought something crazy was about to go down, but instead, what's going down is the saddest of all moments. 4. The Mookster, Hina, Navia, Silver Wolf, Amber, Vivia, Iris, Joe, Nahida, Now, Kaito, Yoimiya, Nagito, Pandreo, Monokuma, Lenny, Kizzy, Gonta, Charlie, Kana, Violet, Furina, Ryoma, Ibuki. And that's our lot. We didn't have a massive game today. It's still a big game. It's still big game energy. We still got quite a few people left. 49 people left. Just over twice the standard size game. Little 24 times 2, 48 plus 1. Gives us the 49 that are left. We don't need to do any too big looking at yet. Instead, let's take it easy. Let's take a deep breather. And let's get this show on the road. Are you ready? Let's scroll down. Go back to Fallen Tributes. We don't need to. Instead, I mean, most teams are still in. Wolfpack's completely out. And the Theater Nerds are too. But I think every other team was completely in. No, where there's smoke, gone. And the Agents of Chaos are hoping for Corey. So let's see how this all plays out for them. Next round sees. And I think I am going to save it because it's taking us a little second to load and I don't want to lose this. So, give me 1 second. Alright, great, the simulation is saved. Just in case the website does something crazy and we lose the whole thing. I don't think that's ever happened to me. I don't think I've ever lost it. But in the instance, I like to be prepared. Sometimes I'll save it if the site is acting a little slow. The captain. Oh, I'm sorry. Izio gets bonked on the head. The captain and Rantar get lost in the coldest part of the arena, which should be fine for the captain, to be honest. Jin buys a deed to a house. Now we can have parties every week, baby. The ultimate Jinx AV comments on how well Fuyiko is doing. The dude walks up to Fuyiko and stabs him. You should have punched him, dude. It's punch club for him. It's fine. It's fine. Bernice introduces Hiro and Dotori to her imaginary friend. There's nobody there. You know, I could imagine that. Klee wants Avi to give Sayaka a chance. Oh, you sweet summer child. Fat Togami finds a big red button, presses it immediately. Fortunately, it doesn't do anything. Great goes who dyes his hair red. If it's like a dark red, like a dark burgundy, I think that would be kind of goated, honestly. Hajime gets infected with a rare disease. He starts insulting everyone who passes him by relentlessly. Maskoto sings a romantic song to Mona. When they lean in for a tender kiss, is she gonna kiss the mask? Maskoto notices Kotoko's filming them, which makes Maskoto shout at Kotoko. Makoto has a dream of which Sakura is winning. Is this a premonition or something? Gin and Angie huddled together for warmth. It's a little bit awkward. Taichi submits an application to join the squad. Kazuichi walks up to him and says, yeah, you're not getting in. You know, Kazuichi, you're definitely not getting in. But Taichi, who knows, maybe he could do it. Gundam is getting ready for AV Mania. Maya decapitates March 7th with a sword. How dare you, on her own birthday. How could you? Katoka buys every single version of Uno for AV's Wares and Despairs. In a team building exercise, Chiaki and Chris tell each other what they hate about one another. Kole has no weaknesses. On her unknown sponsor is AV. Do I sense some bias here? Yeah, because I think we accidentally went out with On in our Persona and Saturday AV's Persona 5 playthrough. I think that did happen. And then we just kept standing her up on dates because she's not who we wanted to go out with. And we were already going out with Queen. Corey and Amon made the rest of the event is now welcome in the school environment. Sarah and Nekomaru have a tea party. Reaching for the tea kettle, Sarah knocks it over, spilling imaginary boiling water on Nekomaru's lap, but it burns like the real thing. Monofony and Monica exercise on the stars. Maya is watches as a new mission of rest runs by. Mai runs off before they get any idea. Himiko is getting ready for AV Mania. We're honestly creeping closer and closer. Teruteru throws a slumber party at his shelter and invites 3 ladies. I'm shocked that they showed up. And immediately they start arguing. And you know what? I feel like they have like 3 very different tastes in music between the 3 of them. I'm gonna be real. During the night, a tree falls on Tenko's camp, pinning her to the ground, and she perishes. Sonia finds a stereo and presses play. It plays some sick beats, y'all. Marin convinces Ruka not to kill her, only to kill her instead. Hutao works at Yoko's Items and Misfortunes, is sick and tired of people from AV's burning it down, so she burns down AV's Wares and Despairs. Very fitting for a pyro user to do that. However, Hutao, we will throw hands. Akane and Sophie vow to protect each other as we proceed to day 2. As Makoto, Kapitano, and Hiro do the torture dance whilst torturing Akane. Izuyoi attacks a duel, but Reiko protects him, killing Izuyoi. Mai spins so fast she becomes a Beyblade. She letting it rip, baby! Rating pistol rates Maya 13 points. Her score dropped dramatically after killing March on her birthday. Hajime uses spell to check the intelligence out of Kotoko, but it fails because there's nothing to suck out. Kole seems to, it's probably not, that's not the reason probably. It's probably she countered it with her own dark arts. Kole seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Is that the second time that's happened to Kole? They'll never get me. I'm Kole, the unkillable. Sonia's hat, which is Shuichi's hat, that she put on recently, matches very well with her giant robot. Great Gozu commits a crime, which was, I don't know, probably dyeing your hair red on National Don't Dye Your Hair Red Day. Runs away giggling. Gundam is not funny, has never been funny, never will be funny. Hutao encounters a fruit bat who likes her and joins her side. Rating pistol rates Burnus 42 points, but it rates her song 1,000 points. Monofony starts a cult. Teruteru, Sayaka, Katoka, and Maskoto happily join. Clean sees completely pale Taichi washed ashore and revives him with CPR. Good for her. Chiaki thinks that it's too dang hot. Amame fights a Yeti atop a Gold Forge mountain. Surprisingly, they don't just survive, they win. That's shocking to me. On forces Corey to kill Himiko, or Sophie decides to kill On. Oh my gosh. Turnabout's fair play. Monica makes a Danganronpa rewrite where Rentaro is the protagonist. Rating pistol rates Mona 84 points, a solid rating. Kazuichi and AV, we go way back. Doing, I don't know. Sarah reminds you, yes, you, dear viewer, to stay hydrated. My water level. Well, my water bottle all the way over there. That's unfortunate. But you stay hydrated. I'm watching. Angie, she works at AV's? Good for her. We're preparing for that shopping raid. Chris blurts out the fact that he likes Jin in a non-platonic way. Jin declines the confession, saying that they don't like him in that way. Nekomaru advertises Spangan to Gin. Gin's impressed and checks it out. Well, he is the tag team champion, so I guess I gotta give it to him. Dottore! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world-famous tag team champs and feel the power. It's the hot dogs. Yes, it is. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive, is all I can say. Tatsuyami hangs up missiles on the arena. Mahiru goes hunting, and Sakura sprains her ankle while running away from Marin. That is our day, so that is the end. Never mind. I take it all back. Dang, where's yeah, here we go. Y'all, there's steel chairs everywhere. If you ain't know, it's time for musical chairs. And as Hajime spots a chair at the bottom of the cliff, he jumps off it and lands on the chair and lives! Mona sits down on Mai's lap. This doesn't count, and Mona is eliminated. I would also sit down on Mai's lap. I don't blame you. Kotoko can't find a chair anywhere and is forced to place face elimination. Sakura and Rantaro sit on the chair at the same time. Jin simply says the world is my chair. It's such a power move that he survives elimination. Gin is about to sit down when Nekomaru swipes it from under Gin. He sits down, leaving Gin to face elimination. Dang. Chris and Maya both spot a chair. They race to see who will get it first, and it's Chris leaving Maya chairless and eliminated. Akane is about to sit down, but Klee swipes that chair, saying, I never lose musical chairs. Makoto and Angie, hits Angie with a chair, sits down immediately afterwards, and suing that Angie does not survive the event. Hutao sits on an invisible chair. I was about to say an impossible chair. What would be an impossible chair? That posture, the cross legs is so impressive. She survives elimination. The great Gozu finds a chair and sits on it. Kazuichi sits on an invisible chair. Nobody buys though, and Kazuichi is out of here. Chiaki and Sayaka fight over a chair, not realizing that Marin already took it, eliminating them both. Himiko's about to sit down, but Burnus says, Burnus, go! Burnus, no! Chair for you, Himiko. Sits down, leaving Himiko to face elimination. Kotoka also can't find a chair. Oh dang, both of the Kotoko twins. Yutsuki twins, forced to face elimination, couldn't find chairs anyway. Sonia says the world is my chair. I got the whole world as my chair. She survives elimination. Do spots a chair at the bottom of a cliff, jumps off, lands on the chair. He's a G, lives. Monica finds a chair, sits on it. Sophie spots a chair at the bottom of a cliff, jumps off. She does not stick the landing though, misses the chair, yikes. Mahiru and Corey spot a chair. They race to see who gets to the chair first. Mahiru gets there first, leaving Corey chairless. Hiro finds a chair, sits down on it. Mami's about to sit down, but Tatsugami swipes that chair. Taichi sits down on Sara's lap. Doesn't count, he's eliminated. Dottore and Teru both spot a chair. They race to see who can get to it first. And while Taichi was eliminated, Dottore still has the boyhood dream of retaining the tag team championships, leaving Teru chairless. Matsukoto sits on a chair, the posture across the legs, he survives elimination. Gundam and Capitano sit on a chair, the tag team working together on that chair. I'm sorry, you know, sometimes you hear it and you're like, oh my gosh, oh, I gotta dry my hands. Monopony sits down on Reiko's lap. This doesn't count. Monopony is eliminated. And Kole says, I'm unkillable, and survives elimination. That put us with another 23, brings us just over a standard size game. And you know what? It's no more words. We're gonna let this play out. For Fuihiko, March 7th, Tenko Ruruka, Izioi on, Mona Kotoka, Gin Maya, Akane, Angie, Kazuichi, Chiaki, Sayaka, Himiko, Kotoka, Sophie, Corey, Amame, Taichi, Teru, Monofani. We got like 20 something people left. 26? Yeah, we got 26 left. Just over a standard size game. We'll peek at everybody's statuses now. But I'm actually just gonna play the proceed music and we'll hop right into the next juncture. Dottore looks to retain those tag team titles. No members of the Agents of Chaos are still in. They will be retaining their chaos. Makoto and Maskoto still in. They want to be they want the tag team championships again. They could do it. Was it Team Hot Dogs that took it off of Team Makoto? there's a world. Get motivated, Nakamaru's still in there. More Than Meets the Eye, both still in as well. Laser Focus, Kole says, I'm unkillable. Smells Like Teen Spirit is still Sonya. Voices in My Head still has Chris, carrying on for Angie and Kibo. Rakna still has Marin. Great Anime Bake Off are still in as well, completely. And so are the, as we already know, the Supreme. This entire row's in. Hold on a minute. That's kind of wild. I'll Be Your Shield has to do. Seeing Red Star has the Great Gozu, Little Demons, and School of Rock both in. Dessert Table also has Fatagami. This whole row was almost still in too. Exotic Animal still has Rantaro. Umbrella Academy still has Jin. And Mocktails Mixers Ice has Burnus. And Sumugi was the first one out, so keep those things in mind. A lot of moving pieces here. Next round sees Night 2 begin with Chris finding an Etch-a-Sketch shows Fatogami the portrait he made for Capitano. Chris was cheating on Fatogami with Capitano the whole time. Sakura is in the house. It's a party every week. Baby Monica decides to burn down the house, incinerating Sakura. That's right, she's in the ashes. Under the cover of darkness, Mahiru spies on Burnus. Hajime respects Sonya. Doesn't love her, but he respects her. Makoto works for both Avi's and Yoko's because he's an extreme debt. Nakamaru hugs Gundam, but Gundam doesn't like it and he kills him for it. Reiko respects Rantaro. A lot of respect here, a lot of respect. Jin cuddles up against Dottore. The Dottore Sims are going to be so jealous. Deju, his ultimate move is fully charged. Klee, Marin, Great Gozu, and Hero play a friendly game of Uno in which the Great Gozu wins. Kole sings a romantic song to Maskoto, how sweet. Hutao's about to die, but Mai says it doesn't count. And Sara befriends a Komodo dragon wearing a small pair of aviator goggles. I hate that. Day 3. Capitano breaks down and starts weeping for an unknown reason. We know why he cries. Marin tries to console him. Mahiru invades Klee's privacy and listens to her sing in the shower. Who would do such a thing? Poor Fulgen. Dedu encounters a fruit bat who takes a liking to him, joins his side. Hajime decides to let Avia hand kills Komodo Dragon. Thank you, Hajime. You know what it is. You know what it's about. Mai challenges Dottore and the Great Gozu to an anything goes pancaking competition. Mai murders Dottore and the Great Gozu, ensuring that not only is she entered in the World Pancake Championship match, but unless there's some sort of event and everybody dies, it is a new champ alert. Let me write down Mai's name before I forget. Mai. Oh my god. Boom, doo, 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 doo. There we go. That's for you, Mai. Let's get this show on the road, though. Rantaro plays patty cake with Monica. Actually, kind of adorable. Sarah reminds you, yes, you, dear viewer, to stay hydrated. Did she remind you last? Is she really like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm going to give my water. She earned it, you guys. She earned it. All right, y'all, she earned it. She said, hey, you better get it. I'm going to take 2. This one's for you. That's good water. This one's for you too. Y'all better get your hydration on. Don't skip out on your hydration. Across the nation. Let me see. Hutao's stronger than she appears, rather. Maskoto receives pancakes from Avi Bernice, and Reiko have a lovely picnic on a cliff. I love them. I love them both. However, suddenly the cliff falls from beneath Bernice and Reiko, killing them both. Well, it was very nice. It really was. Hero and Jin played tricks on Chris while Gundam steals from his room. Makoto gets his hand stuck in a can of Pringles. Fatogami wakes up from a long nap. Kole does a sick kickflip. Sick! And Sonya receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. We proceed again to see that we've lost 6. That brings us down to a solid top 20 as we do the saddest of all moments. 4. Sakura Ogami. Nekamaru. Dottore. Great Gozu. Burnus, gone! And Reiko. We are down to your final 20. No members of the tag team champions still in. We have, I think now just 1, no 2, no, several teams are still completely in. I'm just very wrong. There's a lot of teams, and especially in your top 20, there's a lot of teams still in. We have, hold on, 1, 2, 3, is it 4, 5? These 3. Little Demons, and Team Makoto are all still completely in. Half of the remaining teams, half of them are still completely in, which is crazy. That's gonna change as we get to 10 though. Unless it doesn't. There's a world where it doesn't. I think it'd be awesome if it didn't, but I don't see that happening. We'll proceed. And, oh my gosh! A little lost dimension. As Makoto, Sonya, Kole, Gundam, Dedue, Hutao, Hajime, Maskoto, Marin, Rantaro, and Clea are all forced to vote on which of them is a traitor, then have that traitor be executed. Maskoto is voted as a traitor even though he would do anything for this town. He loves this city. He loves these Hunger Games. He's turned to dust. Alright, thank you very much. Ibuki graces Batsugami and Capitano for the rest of the game. Remember this. Remember, Sara introduces Hiro and Monica to her imaginary friend. There's nobody there. Jin and Mahiru have a pose-off. Jin wins. Mai is in the house. Chris burns down the house, incinerating Mai. Rest in peace. I love her to bits. Please, there's nothing she can do. She's just dead. We will go on, though, to see. We are, I guess, reaching close to feast territory. Day 4 says, Jin puts on a bow tie because, well, bow ties are cool. Hiro lays on the ground watching the blood from Hutao spill. I'm sorry, watching falling blood from Hutao being murdered by Makoto, painting the scenery crimson. Well, say hi to your father and grandfather, Hutao. Mahiru's being a clown. Hajime is in the wrong Hunger Games show. The dude says you're unkillable, hacks the game and kills Kole. You can only kill me by hacking. Clea finds the left half of Chris's body. Oh boy. Sonya forces Capitano to kill Fat Togami or Gundam. He decides to kill Fat Togami. They were both graced, and Capitano said, I'm sorry. Only one of us could be graced. Murdered. Rantaro wakes up and has pancakes for breakfast immediately, and now we're seeing people into this World Pancake Championship match. I feel like we had a drought of people getting in here. But now, my boy Rantaro, welcome in. As Monica receives a gift from a Secret Myers, a box of chocolates, Marin remembers about Season 4. You didn't exist in Season 4. And Sarah exclaims, not the Komodos for every reason in particular. We lost another 6. That brings us not even down to saving race picks yet. We're still at your final 14, but we will likely have the feast next time, so keep that in mind as we have the saddest of all moments. 4. Maskoto, Mai, Hutao, Kole, Chris, Fat Togami. Mai does still have a chance, right? Mahiru's still in? Correct. But I do believe that means there's only one team completely in now. No, 2. Little Demon still completely in, so are the Supreme Overlords of Ice. Everyone else, they're down to 1. 14 people left. We still have Makoto, Sara, Sonya, Marin, Mahiru, Gundam and Capitano, and Hiro. Dedue, Hajime, Rantaro, Jin, Monica, and Clea. Final 14. And we're about to probably see the feast. Are you ready? Not when I click proceed, but after we get through this night, it's definitely going to be feast time. Because a starving Hiro trades nearly half his supplies from Makoto's loaf of bread. Hajime gets a hold of my soundboard and plays Sam. Okay, I'll allow it. Okay. Yeah, I'm here for that. Sarah tucks Jin in bed and gives him a goodnight kiss. Capitano, Marin, Monica enter a scrum debate with Dedue, Gundam, Mahiru about what will be well, what will happen first? Knives becoming the next threat, or stopping a threat, or becoming a samurai woman. Sonya, stop being selfish. Rantaro thinks he's the protagonist. In actuality, Clee's the protagonist and Rantaro's the antagonist. As we proceed, it is the feast. And as the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, memoirs from the Tribute's families, Makoto says you're too dominant in tag team action in the AWE. Somebody's got to take you down today. And if it can't be the Flame Tribe, pardon me, it's gonna be me. And that would be the end of our Marin. Sonya, Capitano, and Monica get into a fight. Sonya triumphantly kills them both. Rest in peace to Supreme Overlords of Ice. And 1.5 of Klea's team, but Klee does survive down there in a murderous event. If Jin is the Agent of Chaos, which he is not, and their target champion is still alive, which none of the champs are, Chaos reigns, which it wouldn't have. Klee challenges Rantaro and Sara to an eating that goes pancake eating competition. Klee murders Rantaro and Sara as soon as the competition begins eating a single pancake, earning entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Good on her. She earned it. She got it. She got the W. The Deuce decides not to attend the feast. Hajime doesn't go either. Mahiru's crying, holding a photo of her family and friends, and Hiro pushes Gundam off of a cliff during a knife fight. We are down quite a few. We're within your final 10, but will we, oh my gosh, get even closer because Hajime kills Makoto with a shot put ball. Klee is getting insulted by Sonya. Hiro's rated 92 points. Jin reaches his hand towards the Watcher, and Mahiru puts on a pair of radical shades, says a one-liner, puts on a second pair, and her coolness levels are so high that the dude dies from the exposure. We are down now to your final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means, unless there's anything crazy, oh my gosh. Man, I don't know. Hank. Hank, play some music at your restaurant, man. Play some music. Because the tributes are all forced to work out in Hank's new restaurant, Hank's. Hank, we gotta get you back over here, actually. Let them cook. Hajime and Sonya duel it out with butcher's knives in the kitchen. Sonya fatally stabs Hajime. Rest in peace to him. Hajime was on a little roll there, too. Klee and Jin eat all the ingredients before they even have a chance to cook. Mahiru cooks a 5-star meal, and Hiro slips on a carrot, falls backwards into the industrial deep fryer, which brings us now from 6 down to 4. We have Sonya, we have Klee, we have Jin, and we have Mahiru as we clutch up, as we calm down. It is, unless there's I don't think we can have 2 arena events in a row, right? Right? Okay. We do have, I guess the saddest of all moments. It is the last one for Marin, Capitano, Monica, Rantaro, Sara, Gundam, Makoto, Dedu, Hajime, Hiro. Almost a W for the Mafia, but as we see everybody's statuses, we are down to 4. And I guess I gotta tell you, it's time to make your new picks. And those picks, if you're new around here, first of all, like and subscribe. I'm watching you. I know that you haven't done it. Go ahead, do it. I know. Yeah, right now, I'm leaning real close to the microphone, so you come on, get in there. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. This song's for you. And these saving grace picks are for everyone. It is your final 4. Make your picks. You can choose first, second, and third between Smells Like Teen Spirit's Sonya. Could she walk out with the tag team championships for her team? The Great Anime Bake Off, which is a Mahiru, could walk out for Kurumi, who could become a double champion today if she walks out, and it would be kind of fitting for on March 7th for the other camera girl that is still alive to take the W. Little demons. We have Miss Monica and Miss Paimon relying on Klee. Paimon could be tag team champion at the end of this, and we'd all be forced to acknowledge her. And lastly, Umbrella Academy for Navia. And for Neo, it could be Jin. Let's find out how this all goes down. First, second, and third, I'm going to make my picks as well. You make them in the comments. And comment on your comment if you've already made a comment, or just edit your comment. Do whatever you have to do, because you have a very good opportunity to pick these things spot on. I don't, because I'm a super jinx. Super jinx, he's super jinx. Hey, dude. We're gonna have to go for Klee for first, simply because you gotta acknowledge the teammates of Paimon. For second, I'm gonna take Mahiru because it's March 7th day. I gotta go for the camera girl. And for third, they could do it for Yuta, but I think I want to do it for Navia and Neo, I guess. But give me Navia, give me Jin for third. Those are my top 3. You've hit your top 3. Luckily, Hajime, bless his soul, played Samurai Woman, because we're definitely skipping it now. Because these 4 are instead common. We like to call within our final 4 in championship action. It is a golden crisis. of fate. Let's do it. Let's see how this all plays out as we proceed. It could end when we click proceed. We could have a trio of people perish in one event. No. But it is Sonya who bludgeons Mahiru to death with... I'm sorry, is that Justice Hammer 1? We actually haven't seen that thing in ages. We haven't seen that event in ages. Oh my, Klee sets up an outdoor generator, space heater, and floodlights, and Jin wants Avi to give Saika a chance, which means we are down to Sonya, Klee, and Jin Kirigiri. Next round, the Knight sees Klee and Sonya engage in an Agni Kai. Klee, who literally has a pyro vision, wins, which is not surprising, leaving Sonya completely incinerated, and Jin freaks out completely upon seeing a painting of dogs playing poker. So unless there's a third arena event, I gotta stop myself. We already had two. So you know, I gotta sweat a little bit. We are down to your final two, and it's a quick, terrible turnabout for Mahiru, Sonya. Rest in peace to both of those. No camera lady won today, but it is down to your final two, and it is Klee and Jin. And, well, I can ask you just who. Will it be? Will it be Klee? Will it be Jin? Jin Kirigiri. Navi was out pretty early in this battle. The Umbrella Academy wants to hold on strong though, with Jin running the helm. Neo sitting this one out, but she could be tag team champion with her team if Jin is able to overcome. However, standing in his way is a bundle of bombs that we know. I'm sorry, an adorable bundle of bombs. We'll give her the cuteness factor because she is Klee. She's a little demon in her own right. She's more of a gremlin. But most notably, she could be tag team champion. She could do it for Monica, and more importantly, she could do it for Paimon, who we must acknowledge. Will it be the little demons? Will it be the Umbrella Academy? Only one or both. It could be a tie. They could work together, or they both could fall. 4 options, 1 certainty, 1 truth. What will be the truth of this resimulation? Wait a minute, we resimulated 66 times. Oh, the demons definitely won. Proceed, let me show you. They didn't. Oh wait, that's crazy! Y'all, Jin gets captured by the repairman, is never heard from again. I would love to, like, take a step back and realize, I just came to that realization right now. It's like, oh, we resimulated 66 times, the demons got this. I didn't even want to prolong it anymore. I was like, oh, easy peasy. And I'm so glad that when I clicked proceed, that was the result. Because now it feels like this whole episode was like perfect. We proceed. Jin, rest in peace to you, but we saw how many times we simulated. This game was never yours. It was theirs, and they are your winners. Whoo boy, she did it. Never in my wildest dreams did I think about it, but I should have known the entire time because we did resimulate 66 times. I even asked you at the start, what is the most demonic team? And there's literally little demons. That's really funny. That's so perfect. And I don't think there could be a more fitting victor and new tag team champions. They did it, or rather she did it for Monica. She did it for acknowledge her, Paimon. Lil Klee takes the victory, takes the tag team championships, and heads to the finale. Y'all, I want you guys to know that this is perfect. The fact that we resimulated 66 times and the little demons won is, bar none, perfect RNG. We get that sometimes in this simulation. in these games. This is this is up there. Not only did I just take it the moderator and say, oh, 60, it was 66.3, so we even rounded down to 66. And I was like, all right, let me read it. And then I said to you guys specifically, what's the most demonic team? Not realizing I had not made the connection yet until the very end. And I was like, we were 66 times. I was a little bit perfect. Perfect. We live in a perfect world. We live in a perfect simulation here. It was their game to win. We should have known. None of the rest of this, it didn't matter. They were gonna win. Monica got 12th place. Were they the last team to still have 2 people in? They might have been as well. Let me see. I think they really might have been, you guys. I think they were the last team to have everybody in as well. Wow. Just barely, because the Supreme Overlords of Ice was right behind them. What a world. What a world we live in. I'll do a slow scroll through everyone else. Nothing that I could say could put a bigger punctuation point on how perfect the RNG we had was today. They are your new tag team champions. Congratulations to those 3. They've done it. They've done it. Clee's been tag team champion before. I think is she 2-time or 3-time tag team champion? I'm not sure. Monica, I think this might be her first tag team championship. Paimon was singles champion before, but I think this might be her first tag team championship. What a world. What a story. We'll proceed one more time. It started off with Samui being beaten to death by Hero. Hero was in the final few too. Yeah, he was here. He was right here, and her partner, Hu Tao, was in here too. She was in the final few. Well, maybe not the final few. She was probably in like the final 20. She was definitely in the final 20, because when I was like, oh, there's 20 people remaining. Yeah, that's where she was. But Klee won this whole thing, and I'll be real, we should have known. 4 KOs to her name, and we can see the rest of them as we look at our statistics. It is Klee, Kanon, Makoto, Nekomaru, and Sonya all with 4. Burnus, 2. Dedu with 2. Kotoko with 2. Maya with 2. Monica, Ruka, Hero with 2. Everyone else with 1 or none. What a... Hey. I don't know what else I can say. This was perfect RNG. You literally can't get better than right now. Wow. I'm left speechless, but my heart is laughing. And at the end of this all, as if it were a cherry on top, we can all put our ones up and acknowledge your traveling chief, Paimon. Go back to the reaping. New tag team champions are afoot. Congratulations once again to Little Demons. Really like a couple gremlins. I would think Little Gremlins might be the better name for them, but you know, Paimon is the name of an actual demon. You know. Klee basically brimming in hellfire with her bombs, and Monica literally a demon. That was our game tonight. Is the March 7th edition, and you know, me and Post put March 7th theme music. We have a show that I don't know a whole lot about, because this is a very hands-off production by Sundavy. It was mostly March and our general manager for Inferno, who I actually still don't know. I'm gonna find out with you guys. Who put out together most of this card. All I know is that March 7th and Sakura are going one-on-one in the main event for the Fight Forever Championship on March's birthday. We also have the Tag Team Championships are on the line. The Flame Tribe versus the Racket of Psalm 2v2, and it should be excellent. That's and you know what? We got a whole bunch of other matches to go, so we'll see how it all plays out. I'm excited. I hope you guys have a fantastic Inferno tonight. Have a fantastic birthday, March 7th. Congratulations once again to Little Demons with their 66 simulations. Nothing could have beaten that. To the Little Flight Crew, thank you for watching.